Hey, hi guys. All right, so Leos, welcome back. All right, we're going to do a quick little peek at what's the blockage and then how to resolve it. I just feel like, there's always blockages in life, and looking at it as a positive, like, well, all we got to do is find the way through it. So, all right, Leo, we start out with the blockage. We got the 4 of sacred circles in the reverse and the 5 of sacred circles in the upright. The blockage is, how do I let go of the feeling of being out in the cold? How do I let go of the feeling of being rejected? How do I drop that and maybe even put myself back out there or come back into the fold? How do I quit being isolated after a period of time where I felt really isolated? How do I not feel like an outsider? Like, I want to not hold myself away, but I don't quite know how to be integrated into a situation. Whoever this is, the Leo or some other character, I think that's a super relatable thing, because who hasn't felt like, okay, I really haven't been hanging out with people in a long time. Maybe for a while, I needed to just avoid everyone because I was just focusing on healing. I was focusing on doing what I needed to. But now maybe I've moved. Maybe I'm in a new place. Maybe there's no one around me that I know. How do I build new friendships? Like, I'm open to it, but I don't really know how do you go out and be like, hi, do you want to be my friend? I mean, little kids could do that, but adults don't usually do it that way, right? Because we have all the social etiquette that really sometimes can be serious blockages to ever being real. But sorry, that's Sassy Kate's side note. That's just my personal opinion. Now, this can also be, how do I maybe have felt rejected by someone, and maybe I would like very much to come back into their life, or maybe I rejected them and I'd like to come back into their life. How do I quit blocking them and tell them that I'm not blocking you anymore, when there's been so much rejection, but now it's me that feels like I'm actually the one out in the cold. So this could be someone feeling pretty out in the cold from the Leo, and yet they might have been the one who actually contributed to all of that. They might have blocked the Leo, and now they're feeling out in the cold and they don't want to block the Leo anymore. What's the resolution for this? Queen of Sacred Circles in the reverse. Hold on, we got to get another card there, because this is about not, what I want to say is not caring. I got to not care so much about whether or not someone, wanted to be in my energy flow. 8 of Swords. The way to remove the blockage is to actually identify that we have indeed been stuck in our heads. To also understand that maybe I kept overthinking I got rejected, or I'm alone, or I don't really want to give, my energy out. I got to quit focusing on that and just kind of let the energy flow. Because to remove the blockage, it says to first still acknowledge where some stuck energy is. And it's about how much energy we are putting out, or how much energy we thought we don't want to put out. So basically, someone could be sitting here saying, okay, so I blocked my Leo. Now I want to not block my Leo. I'm feeling out in the cold. And that is my big blockage, is I don't know how to release this energy of distance between us. I don't know how to close that gap. And the answer on how to close that gap is they got to first understand. I mean, at this point, they might realize I can't close the gap with the Leo. The Leo is no longer giving to me. The Leo is still trapped in saying, you don't want me. Maybe I need to reach out and tell the Leo, I blocked you and I said I didn't want your energy, but I do. They could have left the Leo with a really, like, the only idea that the Leo's got is, you pushed me away. You said you didn't want me. Now you've changed your mind, but I don't know you've changed your mind. So if they want to relieve this tension, this isolation, or bridge this distance, they actually have to explain that. I pushed you away, but I've been stuck on you ever since, and I need to communicate that to you. Because right now the Leo is in this energy where I'm not about to go giving my energy to somebody who doesn't want me, and I'm stuck in that mindset, because that's what I knew last, is that they shoved me away. So let's get another one on this, though, because I feel like there's more here, of course, right? I want these to be like just about 10 or 12-minute storylines today, but I don't know that they really will be. We've got the Hermit in the reverse, and we've got the Six of Cups in the reverse. Hey, this could also be, as I already mentioned, it could be that to get beyond the blockage, they may have to understand that because of what went down, the Leo maybe isn't avoiding them, but the Leo feels like it's a finished closed cycle. It's a closed chapter. So they're not going to be, there is no real blockage here. It simply is a finished situation. Or again, the Leo is out living their life because they think that this is over. They think somebody's done with them. They're not giving to it because in their mind, this person pushed me away. They didn't want me. So why would I still have them on my mind? You know, I feel like we still, oh my gosh, Leos, we got to go down the road of some clarification. Tell me more about the blockages that we had in the very start here, because there's something here that I feel like this is really complicated. Magician in the reverse. Again, the blockages, somebody says, I don't know how to manifest what I want, which is I either want to stop thinking about the Leo, or I'm blocked because I don't know how to manifest moving on from the Leo, or I'm blocked because I wish that I could unblock the Leo and have them back in my life, and I don't know how to do that. Okay. Got Virgo Gemini with that, wow, 8 of Wands, and then the Prince of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, we have, somebody made some really big mistakes. They, maybe in the past, they got dubbed a player, and they don't want to be dubbed that anymore. They really want to come in with true conversation, but conversation is where the blockage is. Somebody has said, oh my gosh, I'm out in the cold from my Leo, or the Leo's out in the cold from somebody, right? This could be flipped over the opposite way. I'm out in the cold from the person that I want. I don't think so though, because here's the Lion right here, and the Lion's like, what's going on here? This would be unexpected communication to come in, if it comes in, because a person is blocked from being able to send messages to the Leo. But what's weird is they're the ones who blocked the Leo, is what it looks like. So they might have begun the blocking, and the Leo responded in kind by like, okay, I guess I just close that chapter. I guess, I just move on because this person doesn't want to talk to me. So I've got to let them go. They maybe acted like a player in the past, and this person is like, oh my God, I acted like a player in the past. How do I communicate now with the Leo that I don't want to be seen as that? I don't know how to manifest this with the Leo now, but I desperately want to talk to them, and I don't know how to get beyond that. So the blockage is about, I don't want to be out in the cold anymore. I want to communicate, and I don't know how to get to the Leo. Tell me more about removing the blockage, because, the Hermit is in the reverse, almost like the Leo is actually out there chit-chatting. Ooh, 5 of Pentacles. So we got the 5 of Pentacles a second time. How to remove the blockages. Again, the burden of correcting this is on the person's side who did the initial blocking, which however we want to view this, right? To me, I'm going to read it like this. Someone really wants to come in out of the cold and talk to the Leo, but they were the ones who initially blocked the Leo. The Leo only knew, you don't want me. You didn't tell me you wanted me. In fact, you did the exact opposite. So to unblock this, they have to see it from the Leo's perspective, which is, of course, they're not giving to this. Why would they? Everything is on block. Maybe they blocked them. The Leo blocked that person in response to them having blocked the Leo. They're like, okay, I guess this is officially over. I don't know that you want to come back. So I've moved on with my life. And in my mind, the thing is, this was a golden temple. Okay. There was a powerful relationship, maybe something that was even sacred here, but someone has drifted downstream from it, because it's like, hey, life goes on. The Leo didn't sit around and cry. The Leo was like, okay, well, I guess what I was giving wasn't wanted. That's okay. Not everything that I put out in life is going to be accepted. It's okay. They're not in hermit mode. They have simply accepted and moved on from this. So to release the blockage, this person has to understand where the Leo is at. Leo is out there living life, not in hermit mode. And they have to understand that Leo's quite a distance away from them at this point, because they don't know that this person wants to come back in. Okay, so if first to undo this blockage, they have to comprehend it from the Leo's perspective. What's the they got to come in with a Princess of Cups with an apology. I was going to say, so what's the answer on what do they do about this? How do they correct this? Once they realize, oh my gosh, I can't talk to the Leo because the Leo in their mind, I don't want them, but I do want them. So what do? I have to come in with a love offer and have to come in with an apology. Okay. Whew. So that's the secret to unblocking this right now. So if that happens, then what? If that happens, then what? What direction? Let me rephrase that. What direction is this thing headed in? Got a Queen of Staves in the reverse. They may not get the Leo back. The Queen of Staves is in the reverse because it's like, just because they want to send a, hey, I'm really sorry that I pushed you away or abandoned you. I don't want to be out in the cold from you anymore. The Queen of Staves in the reverse may be not answering that call. Five of Cups, and they may be sitting there in a lot of regret that she won't answer my call. She doesn't want to hear, like I have a bunch of regret, particularly if something untoward happened. If somebody pushed an individual away because they were going to devote their loyalty elsewhere. Now, in this case, this could be like I pushed you away because other people said I should, instead of like my heart wanted to do that. I don't know why this person would have pushed someone away, but the outcome right now may be that this is going to be a missed opportunity at this point because I don't know, we've got a King of Swords upright, we've got a King of Sacred Circles in the reverse. Even if we got an awful lot of court cards here, what I would say, and I'm just going to say it this way because this is the only thing that's pounding through my skull right now, and actually I'm getting a headache. No matter what the outcome is, speaking the truth is still necessary. Even if the Leo is like, well, I don't see us getting back together. Even if you do reach out, I don't see that happening. The need for truth still would be a nice breath of air, because at least they would know whether or not there is an opportunity. Could this be restored? Could this be something that we could work on? Even if the answer is a no, at least there will be clarity. And the King of Swords is seeking clarity, emotional clarity also. Like, is this really over? I regret that I pushed the Leo away. I have to see it through their eyes and say, all they know is that I rejected them. Now, if I come in with an apology and a love offer, I might get a flat no. I might be in deep regret, but at least I'll be able to say to them, I have deep regret for this, because in the past, either I couldn't or I wouldn't be that stable individual, and now maybe I don't have the opportunity to, but at least I've owned it. There's something here about, sometimes it's not about getting the reconciliation. Sometimes it's about getting the truth out there so someone can feel like, at least I have the courage to say what was real, which is, I shouldn't have blocked you. I wish I hadn't blocked you. I'm sorry that I did that. Sometimes an I'm sorry that is sincere is the best way to rebuild one's self-esteem. And right now, this person is in quite a bit of stress over this. It doesn't mean that the Leo's going to be like, oh, perfect, come on back in, let me give you hugs. They may not get that, but they would get their self-esteem back, because at least they admitted what their heart really needs to admit. Also, saying sorry to somebody that we hurt or messed up with, that's just an important part of personal growth. I would argue say, well, they're not going to accept my apology even if I give it. That's not a very grown person. At least, in my opinion, that's not a very grown person. We should do our best to speak what is true once we know we've made a mistake. If we really are sorry about something, it does not mean that this relationship is ever coming back around, but it does mean that we could have some form of closure moving forward, letting things go, for all individuals involved in a much tidier way. because we still have that Three of Pentacles in the reverse. This may not be a relationship that comes back together, but closure would be amazing. Healing and closing things nicely could be a really amazing thing, because at least it takes away that blockage, right? That blockage is huge. Hierophant in the reverse, the Fool card. Yeah, it would at least allow, let's put it this way. It would either allow for a complete closure where we go, look, I don't want the old you back. This could be the Leo saying, oh no, I don't want the old you back. You're coming in to say you're sorry, you have a bunch of regrets. You want to offer me a love offer. I don't want a love offer from the you that you used to be. Are you coming in as a whole new person? Because we're not picking up where we left off. I don't want to cooperate with who you used to be. Who are you now? What has changed? This could actually be because the Fool card is a total do-over. It's a total fresh start. It's amazing, but it could be that the only way to possibly have an opportunity of anything is to clear the air. That's what I want to say. It's no matter what, it's to clear the air. If this person can come in with a sincere apology, it may be met with a little bit of like, yeah, I'm not about to act like we're picking up where we left off. The Leo might react with I don't need your apology, or I don't need your love offer, because that's what has already happened can't be undone. So I'm not accepting a love offer from you like you're going to get back into my good graces and be my lover again, and we're going to be this happy couple, because you didn't want what I gave before, and I wouldn't see you as someone who could match me in that way. But who are you now? If you're a totally different person now, I might be willing to get to know you as a different person, but we're not cooperating like we were picking up where we left off. It would be a completely new energy flow. And there's nothing to say that we would ever turn this into a romance, but we might be able to become friends. Or we might still be able to see where this goes. But for starters, there's no promises. No matter what, we have a fresh start. Even if it's just because we finally closed out a chapter nicely. If this person, and that's really the goal, right, of any blockage, it's to remove blockages. Let's undo the blockage. Let's get this energy cleaned up so that we don't have this stagnant, oh my gosh, I think of this person all the time with, the sense of regret. I mean, that'll eat a mind up. We don't want to live in a ton of regret. If there's something that needs to be said, it has to be said, or we're just going to keep living in this, Groundhog Day of, I constantly think of this person. I wonder if they think about me. So somebody needs to just clear the air, even though their objective can't necessarily be, I want this person back in my life. I want them to say that they can still fall in love with me, because that's not being given by the Leo. So it really is, if that's a person's motive, is like, well, I want to reach out, but only if I know the Leo will take me back. That's, at least in this story, it's saying definitely this person cannot ask for that. This person has to accept whatever the outcome is. But regardless, it seems like it would be really positive, because it clears the air. It gives them back a sense of like, okay, at least I said what I needed to. I apologized. And if the Leo will at least communicate with me at all, that's going to be a win here, And who knows, maybe we could start over again, and we could either see each other as potential friends, and we could see where it goes from there, or we could simply make peace with it and say, we are two very different people, and that is why we couldn't have made it as a couple. However this pans out, it has to be handled not from, I want the Leo to take me back as a lover, because that's probably not going to happen. But that's not the real motive here. The real motive is, I need to, for myself, set something right. That's what this character could have been. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We did have that King of Swords. But yeah, we're going to leave that one there. All right. As always, you guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Thank you for giving this video a thumbs up. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Take care. Bye.